Welcome to the second part of your reading. I wanted to take a quick minute to apologize in advance for the harshness of the readings. So I realized I did the first part and the second part, and I posted the first part. And if you're seeing this, you're about to watch the second part portion. And it's called The Harsh Truth. And the feedback that I'm getting, and again, I take everybody's feedback, maybe a little bit too serious, right? But I realize that I'm coming across yelling, and I'm coming across, in a negative demeanor. Not maybe necessarily negative, but I just want you to know that I'm just so passionate about the cards. And when I do the cards, I'm very extroverted, and in person, I'm not. That's not me. I'm not that type of person. But the readings are a little harsh, and the messages that come out are just, I'm just so passionate about it that I want you to get the idea and the topic that I'm talking about. And so my intention is very strong. It's in a positive demeanor. I don't mean, there's no pun intended, like I'm not trying to yell at you. And the topics, typically you go to readers and you find videos of affirmation and inspiration for a sense of hope, for someone to not yell at you, because you already know that you're like in a weird spot, and you're looking for someone to be passionate and compassionate with you. And that is honestly my intention. It's not meant to be like I'm yelling at you. At the same time, I want to drill it in you, because I don't have a bad bone in my body, and I don't like seeing people go through things that they don't need to go through, or they're going through it again and again. And it's just, I'm a big believer of like physical change, and you have to learn a fucking hard lesson. But at the same time, I don't want you to learn the lesson the hard way, or take the feedback in a negative way, or I want you to take the message as it resonates. But again, it's going to be a little harsh in the sense of how I'm delivering the message. And Scorpio, Libra, and I forgot the other sign. They're going to get a different version of it. But I'm posting number 2, part 2 here for you to see. And yeah, so let me know what you think in the comments, please. And if you'd like to donate to our cause, everything that I get back, I put into the production of this cards cost money, lights cost money. I put a lot of time into these things, so you'll find the link is in my bio. You'll also see my WhatsApp, my Snapchat, my Cash App, my Venmo, maybe PayPal. But if you want to donate whatever you'd like, feel free to. I know I talked about the OnlyFans aspect. That's going to be more of a membership style. That's gonna come at the end of March. I'm going to start doing sexual tarot with a Romance Angels and the Mystic Male Tarot deck. And we're going to talk about love, the lowest vibration of love, which is physical sex, and the difference between, physically in love with somebody and lust, and, and the traumas that can cause, especially, men sleeping with men. That's two alpha males. That's two, male energies there that have a deep desire for being needed and wanting to be needed. It's a different aspect, but also from my heterosexual couples, it's sex in general. That's going to only be an OnlyFans. So that's what I'm going to transition OnlyFans to. Here you're going to get, the whole reading, and nothing but the truth. And feel free to donate if it resonates with you. A like, a share, and a subscribe goes a long way. A repost on Instagram goes a long fucking way. Let me know that you saw it. Hey, it was great. Saw it. Awesome. Great job. You don't have to feedback on it. I understand that aspect. Again, prepare yourself for the harsh truth reading part 2. Let's take a breath now. And the other readings, I did a breath beforehand, but let's take a breath now, right? So inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. I hope you like it. Please let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Sagittarius. So let's talk about this, right? There's a relationship here that is foggy. There's a relationship here that is not, that needs to be reevaluated, needs to be looked at, and you need to escape from this reading is very specific. It's not going to resonate with all Sagittarians. But take what resonates and let the rest flow for somebody else that is intended to hear this message. And I'm already looking down, and I'm already a little confused, or I'm just overwhelmed by how much like authority is in this reading. Smack dab in the middle, Emperor with the Chariot. I can't really tell. You know, there's a lot I want to say, but I'm just going to go with it here. I'm going to be reading it this way. Again, I could be reading it up and down as well. So take what messages resonate with you and let the rest flow here. 9 of Pentacles. I don't want to say that you're secure and that you're safe in that position. Maybe that's a wish or where you want to be, because this is stable and this is stable and this is stable. So you could very well be in that. But this is also single energy. 9 of Pentacles. Enjoying the fruits of her loins. She did all the hard work. You know, her coins are down below. Her fruits of her loins are on top. She has her, you know, that's her. Think about it like that's her money's set, right? Her food is set. She has a birdie on her finger saying, "Fuck you! If you're not part of my process, get the fuck out the way." You know, birdie on the finger. That's how I read that. There's comfortability there, and it might be that you are comfortable in where you are at the current moment, or you're stable in the sense of home. With the Queen of Cups, that's compassionate. Maybe this is the energy you're portraying. You are these two feminine like nature here. You know, you are a compassionate person. This is emotionally stable. You could be emotionally stable here, and then you have the Emperor. It could be an Aries that you're dealing with. If you notice, they're not looking at each other. They're looking away. I think he's kind of trying to, no, he's not looking, or she's just cross-eyed. Or maybe she's just more comfortable alone, and she's more in tune with her emotions, because he's cold as fuck. The Emperor is cold. A leader type figure. That could be where you want to be. You want to be a leader type figure, but this is stability. Pentacles and Cups, Pentacles and Cups. Stable-ish 9. She's good where she's at, like right there. I'm good. I'm okay. Nothing more. Nothing more. Same thing with the 9 of Cups. Satisfied. Nothing more. Queen of Cups. Compassion. Domestic. Loving, in tune with the emotions, but compassionate towards everything that they do. She has the cup in her hand because she's ready to give the cup away. Did I see a cup? Yeah, cups are here. This Aries, this is a person here. This is another person that's in your life. It can be the alpha in the masculine in your relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be. Or this energy of leader type. It's gonna be your energy, like I just want to be at the top. Maybe that's where you want to be at some point. But something needs to end in order for something new to begin. The Death card. There's rebirth in the background. There's the sun that is peeking through, but you need to kind of go through the death process, the rebirth process. Could be dealing with a Scorpio in order to get to the next phase. There's sneaky-like behavior going on that needs to make its exit plan. The mental health is not stable. The swords are not, they're all sharp and they're in his hands. So you're dangerous. You're in a dangerous position right now. Only 2 swords are in the ground, or grounded, if you want to see it that way. But this is the sneaky, shady, backstabbing energy here. I could read this, that this Aries person that needs to end, or this alpha, or this your other partner, your other person, might be too dominant, might not be in tune with their emotions. Why do I say that? Because the Page of Cups, this is amateur-like emotional behavior. This person is from the past. 6 of Cups, past Past memories. There could be a lot of memories there. And it very well could have been a very long journey. And it might very well still be a very long journey with this person here with the Chariot card. But if they're not following their heart and their emotions, they might not be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And there's a sense of saying no. I have 4 cups. Look at this, 6 cups, right? You're with this person here. They're very amateur-like emotions, or they're still in tune with their emotions, or their emotions are just not in line with yours. I don't want to say that you're the better person than them. You know, it's just, there's just some sneaky-like behavior that has triggered emotional instability, that has triggered, you know, what you're looking for in a relationship or in the sense of relationships. I also can read this as another person trying to present themselves to you. But it's more of 6 of cups plus 4 of cups. You do the math. 6 plus 4 equals 10. Long history with this person. And now you're at that 10th cup and you're saying no. You might be moving with this person. This is the chariot. The chariot's on a journey. It's forward movement. If there is no forward movement, then you might as well just take this and turn it upside down, because that means you're motherfucking stuck. Okay? And it's my reading, so if I want to flip the card, I'm going to flip it. And I'm going to do this just for the sake of what I'm talking about now. If there isn't a letting go and saying no, again, we want cups, right? You want the cups. Why would you say no to a cup? Because it's just, it could be very well, this card comes off as like stubbornness. That's not how I'm reading it. Sorry, sweetie, right? 6 cups here, long memories, plus 4, 10. You're at that 10th cup and you're like, you know what? I just can't anymore. I can't. I need my chariot to move forward. I need my life to keep going. I need my life to continue on, and I can't hold all of these cups at the same time while I'm in my hermit mode, trying to find myself, shining the light on what no longer suits me, or shining the light on what is dark, shining the light on past traumas, shining the light on things that I have suppressed for a long time, and I need to go on this journey. Maybe you're just putting a pause on it. Maybe that's why that's here. I don't think the chariot slows down, but maybe you need to put a pause on it for a second, because you need to do some inner work. Could be dealing with the Virgo here as well. You have Cancer, Aries, Scorpio, Virgo off the bat. Water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces here. Right? You need to go on this journey, but you're going to have to say no to someone, I don't want to say thing, because I don't want people to be dependent on things. But it could be a sense of stubborn. You need to be stubborn when it comes to your heart. You need to be stubborn when it comes towards your emotional stability. You know, it might have been great in the past. Those first 6 years were awesome. Those first 6 months were great. Those first 6 weeks were awesome. Year 7 is where it got shady. Month 7 is where it got sneaky. And the last 4 have just been like, I don't want it anymore. Because you're going on this inner journey, shining the light on what needs to be lit, pulling back, going into hermit mode. If you have Cancers in your family, you should, go to hermit mode like they do. Your security, you're more cautious about your security. You're more cautious about he's holding that coin to his heart, so he's covering his heart at the same time. This card just talks about income security, like holding on to money, like holding on to things. But I see Pentacles as stability. I see Pentacles as foundation, as structure. A home is stable. You're more worried about your stability. And we can go your emotional stability, because you're covering your heart and you're willing to protect that if you need to. Or maybe you haven't in a long time and now it's time to do that. And that's what you're waking up to. Because you're in a codependent relationship with the devil. What are you dependent on? I'm gonna let you figure that out. I could go deep into that, but I put my other cards away. So I'm not gonna go deep into that. What are you codependent on? Addictions, people, places, things, someone's income, someone's livelihood that they provided, that you worked towards. I get it. It's hard to leave that. I get it. Resources are a difficult aspect, but Are you still on that life purpose? Do you in the back of your mind, do you know that one day you'll be able to leave this opportunity, or to make sure that you're stable? You can't fix people that don't want to be fixed. You need to cut the chains off. And there might be a very dark time that comes with that. You're gonna have to eat the apple and like, okay, it's gonna be dark for the next couple months. Got it, understood, keep going. Don't play the victim. King of Cups. Ultimately, you want to be solid. Look, the king and queen are here now, right? Once you leave that codependent relationship, the toxic relationship, stability is there. Or this person is there, King of Cups. This person is gonna come and present themselves to you. Look how he's like side-eyeing you over here. Like, what you doing? You done yet? You ready? You ready? See the eyes? She's like, where's the cup? Where's the cup? He has one. He has a lot of them. He's sitting on his pedestal here. It's gonna be a person that can be coming in once you leave that opportunity. This is the Hanged Man in reverse. There's no time to wait. There's no time to stop, pause, and surrender. I think it might be too late at this point. It's not a time to stop. Let me sit. What's going on? You should already be at this level. You already know. If you're watching this reading, you already know. If you made it all the way to OnlyFans, you already know, all right? Because you have a wish and a hope and a wish come true. You know what's up. This Queen of Swords knows what's up. She knows something. Learning new forms of communication, leaving situations that are no longer suiting you so that you can allow for new opportunities to come in and present themselves to you. Creativity on the board, 9. Nine and 1 is 10. 10 of Wands is burden, but this is more of like you're at your last resort. So so now you got to find new forms of creativity, putting a plan in place. It might be words might be exchanged. A lot of words might be exchanged, but there's going to be something to celebrate at the end of the day. Mental health won't be at risk anymore once you put that plan in place. New offers in love will make their way towards you, and you won't be making blind choices at the end of the day. Make sure that you're spiritually in tune with yourself and you're reaching a higher power and you're looking for a higher source. Not looking for a higher source, but in tune with your spiritual self. Seeking guidance. Sagittarians, you're philosophers. You always want to understand the process of something. Like, you know that there's Z's at the end, but you want to know A through Y before you get to Z. Are you doing the work? Are you putting in that effort? Are you educating yourself and educating your partner if needs to be? Are you just balancing a bunch of bullshit back and forth and this just goes over and over and over and over and over and over, but deep down inside you really know what's up. Your intuition is telling you to stop juggling. Drop the 2 coins and pick up the 3rd one. Drop the 2 coins and pick up 2 new ones. Go ahead and ask a question. We're going to ask the angels. It does not have to be relevant to this reading here. Actually, before I do that, hold on to your question, because I wanted to do this first. Let's pull some advice cards from the animal spirits. What animal spirits do we have for Sagittarius for this reading, this harsh truth reading? Swan spirit, time to take a deep dive. 60 broken down to 6 again. 6, 6. 6, 6. Time to take a deep dive. Time to take a deep dive into what might be the separation of something that you need to escape from. That has to do with a relationship. That has to do with sex. That has to do with something that's not compassionate, or it's foggy. Your sex life is foggy. I'm not saying you have to leave them. I should have said that way much sooner. I'm not saying you have to, leave them. Just leave them now. Like, maybe there's work that needs to be done, but maybe you just need to escape a little bit, so you can do some inner work there. But you need to take a deep dive into something, into yourself, or into something that might re-spark this opportunity. But again, there has to be equal give and take. Pull another. Sandpiper spirit, be playful. Don't beat yourself up and be hard on yourself. 6 again, it's 6, 6. That you feel like you wasted all this time and now there's no point in being playful, or I'm too old, or I don't want to waste time, or we moved all the way across the country and now what are we going to do? Be playful with yourself. Don't take things so seriously, because if it's just not meant to be, it's not meant to be. But the arguments happen when one person says, "Hey, I don't, this isn't working out," or "Hey, I want to talk to you about something," and the other person is the one that's flipping out, because that's where you know that they're not in tune with themselves. They're arguing with you because they don't understand where you're coming from, but maybe they're not even woke. They don't understand it at all. That's your confirmation right there. It's like, you shouldn't even be arguing with me. This should be across the board. Like, why don't you see what I'm seeing? Like, what societal bubble are you in still in 2020 that you think it's okay for our relationship to be the way it is? Be playful with it, because if you take it seriously, then they're going to take it even more seriously, and then it's just going to be really drama. One more card, Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. See, again, you knowing that Spirit will take care of you. Spirit puts you if this is a relationship that needs to have some form of escape, that Spirit's going to take care of you at the end of it. It was a karmatic lesson, or it's just a very big lesson, or it's just something that just expires. This card talks about how sexual attraction expires, and that is the lowest vibration of love. So if you're not even there, if you don't even have the sexual attraction, then you're not even there. Card number 10. Go ahead and ask a question now, your question. Ask the angels. Meditation brings answers. If there's trauma involved, actually a friend just spoke to me about theta healing. It's a form of meditation that you'll go into your theta waves, and it helps with trauma and emotional traumas or emotional baggage. That'll help you in your personal, physical, and career aspects once you acknowledge them and pretty much use brain waves, theta waves, in order to change your subconscious, especially in the form of trauma. And a breakup is a trauma. An abusive relationship is trauma. Someone passing away is trauma. So, and I'd say meditation because it's a theta. Theta waves is a form of meditation. So if you want to go deep into some form of trauma healing, theta therapy is great. But meditation will bring answers to your question. That's really what I want to say. And then one of the first readers I ever got a reading from, her name is Janet Weinberg, my best friend's mother. She created these cards. These are healing crystal cards. So let's go ahead and pull one, and if it resonates with you, maybe you should think about going and getting it. I would get it from, that's too many here. I would get it from a real crystals place. Don't buy it on Amazon, to be honest. There's a lot of readers on YouTube that have their own crystal stores. Get them from there. Or go to the witch shop downtown. Let's see, what message is Sagittarius? What card? Sodalite. Insight into self. This kind of looks like lapis, but Sodalite. Insight into self. I used to carry stones with me all the time. Even when I first started my journey and I was still fucked up and homeless and doing where I was, I always carried a stone with me because, deep down inside I knew eventually I'd hit my path. But just carrying the stone gave me so much more confidence and the form of protection. In my pocket, I swear to you, I remember physically just reaching down in my pocket when I'm doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing, just knowing that it was there. Sodalite. Sodalite? Yeah, Sodalite. Insight into self. It'll help you with insight into self if you want to Google it so you can see what other aspects and characteristics that can help with. That sounds great too. I hope this message resonates with you, Sagittarians, and I'll see you next time.